There's a piece of advice that every speech coach gives for presentation nerves. You've almost certainly heard it. It is in every public speaking book ever written. It's not wrong, it just doesn't reach the thing that's actually broken. If you've tried it and found it only sort of worked, I'm going to tell you exactly why and what to do. I want you to do three things. Explain why that advice works at all, show you where it runs out of steam, and give you something that works whether you're talking to 500 people or sitting one-to-one with your boss. The third one is the part that usually surprises people because it turns out the real fix almost is the opposite of what most people try. So, tip number one, the advice is this. Don't think of the audience as a crowd. Pick them into small clusters. Talk to one group at a time. Never speak to a room, speak to a few people. And here's why it helps. Your brain is partly afraid of crowds. It reads lots of people staring at you as a threat. So if you can reframe that as several small conversations, the threat signal drops a bit. That part is genuinely real. But here's the problem. Your body doesn't buy it. Your nervous system is already running. The tight throat, the shallow breathing, the voice that goes flat and robotic, none of that is switched off by the story your brain is telling itself. You've just given your brain something to do while your body stays wound up. And for most of the people I work with, there's an even bigger problem. This trick was designed for large audiences. Now, what about the board meeting? What about the one-to-one with your manager? You can't subdivide two people. The trick doesn't apply. Tip number two. So if the fix isn't about changing your thinking, what is it? Here's what's actually happening. When you get nervous, your body braces, breathing gets shallower, the muscles around your throat tighten, and your voice, which runs on air, gets squeezed at the source. And that's why it sounds tight or thin or smaller than usual. It's not a confidence problem, it's a plumbing problem. Trying to fix your voice by changing what you think is a bit like trying to fix a blocked pipe by rearranging the furniture. You're working on the wrong thing. Here's what actually works. Before you walk into any room, do this. Breathe in for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Out for 6. With pursed lips. Do that 3 times. That longer out breath is not a relaxation trick. It's a physiological signal to your nervous system that it's safe to settle. Not because you've convinced yourself of anything, because that's how the body responds to that particular pattern. It's a physical reset, not a mindset exercise. Your body responds to the breath faster than it responds to your thoughts. Start there every time. Tip number 3. Okay, stop. I had a client who had been using the small groups trick for years. She said it helped, that she always felt like she was managing her nerves rather than actually being present. Like part of her was watching herself from the outside the whole time. That's exactly what happens when the fix lives only in your head. You stay stuck in monitoring mode. You're listening to yourself instead of talking to the people in front of you. And that monitoring, that constant self-checking, is what flattens the voice. Because your attention is on yourself rather than on them. When you reset through the breath first, something different happens. You stop performing. You start just talking. And that difference between performing and talking is what the room feels. And if they can't name it, even if they don't know what's changed, the goal isn't to trick your brain into thinking the room is smaller. The goal is to feel settled enough in your body that the size of the room stops mattering. And then that's steady state. The voice that doesn't change when the stakes do. Not because the fear is gone, but because your body isn't fighting itself anymore. The mental trick isn't wrong. Use it if it helps. But if you want something that works in a boardroom, in a one-to-one, in any room where something is at stake, start with the breath. There's a diagnostic in the description that'll tell you exactly where in the pressure cycle your voice is most likely to change. 2 minutes, it's free, and if this landed, the next video is the one on pace, because breath and pace together, that's the whole game. Speak soon.